Hey friends, thanks for stopping by. I know I think the last time I counted there was like 89,567,000 guitar players on YouTube showing the same kind of things that I'm showing you, but I appreciate you stopping by and listening to me for a minute or two anyway. So I've been talking about pentatonic scales and Dorian modes and how they go together the last couple of weeks. Well, I thought those of you just starting out, I'd maybe give you a little bit of basic concepts of how to use at least the pentatonic scale today. This is going to be a pretty quick video. We've been using the minor pentatonic in A minor, and so right there at the 5th fret, and actually the most popular pentatonic scale of all time, where it's 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. Back down. I think the reason it's the most popular possibly is because it's the index finger is the first note on every string. So it's pretty simple, I guess, and plus it's right out of that main bar chord that we all learn first. I just want to show you a couple of licks to be able to play out of this, those of you who've been practicing hard and trying to get the fingerings down. I think I mentioned to you before that even though I'm showing them to you as 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4, you know, you might play these 1 4 1 4 with 1 3 1 3 as well, fingers I'm speaking about. So of course I can bend that with a pinky, or I can, especially down this low on the neck sometimes, even up here, because up here you don't have as much, the frets aren't as big, so you don't have as much room to get all those fingers in there. So I'll end up using my ring finger quite often when I do that. I wanted to show you just a couple of basics. Some people call this pentatonic scale a blues scale, which actually a blues scale to me always was a pentatonic with that flat 5, flat 5 4. That's what I always thought of as the blue notes, that note right there. But anyway, be that as it may, I'm going to show you a couple of basics. One being, the most basic in the blues obviously is just a bend. And you can, of course, people will mix the bend in with other things. Pull-offs, hammer-ons. Pull-off and hammer-on. That's a hammer-on. It's where you just basically play a note, then use another finger to hammer on without picking again. So basically it's and pull-off is the exact opposite. You play the top of the high note and pull off. And you want to kind of give a little bit of a whang to your finger as you pull it off, so you can sound that bottom note there. I'm sure you've heard all your favorite guitar players use this lick. Everybody from Hendrix to anybody you can name basically use these. This most basic of blues rock licks. Hendrix especially down here. I think Voodoo Child probably has it in it. But anyway, hammer-ons, pull-offs, bends. And so you can do a hammer-on pull-off that's just one note. You can also do like a 3-note pull-off. That's where you might start with your pinky there, or your index ring, like that, or your pinky, ring, index, or ring, middle index. I think I first heard Jeff Beck play that lick. I grew up listening to guys like Beck, Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, of course, and I actually got turned on to the old black blues players from the Delta after the fact. Although I was living about maybe, 50 miles from where those guys were hanging out, or had been hanging out, I found out about them in a roundabout way through the British invasion and guys like Hendrix. So anyway, back to these bends, hammer-ons, pull-offs, 3-note pull-offs, and hammer-on pull-offs. That kind of stuff. You can do the hammer-on pull-off for a while and then go into a bend. I'm going to give you one more lick here to get you going on these scales, this first position here especially. And that's kind of one of the first blues licks everybody learns to play. Hendrix had it in, I think it was the first lick after he did the dissension. I take it back. It wasn't the lick he played there. But anyway, Red House Over Yonder, I think, is the song I'm thinking of on Hendrix in the West. But anyway, this, I'm sure I heard him play it at some point. It's where you're basically, on your G string, you're basically using your ring finger at the 7th fret there, and you're stretching it up to the same note that's that E string, 5th fret. See if you stretch that up a whole step, it's just that note. If you can hold this note, play this note, play that one, and stretch it up until it's in tune with the one above it, which is a good idea to practice that way. You'll notice when they're not in tune, they're a little bit out. Hear that vibrato? Shoot it over a little sharp and it does the same thing. Now they're right in. So anyway, you're stretching that up, and then you're barring that 5th fret, B and E string. So you play it, then the G string 7th fret up, then play 5th fret, B string, 5th fret, E string, and then ring finger on the 8th fret of your B string, and stretch it up to where it matches that high A note on the 5th fret of your A string. So the whole lick would be just. Then you can just take that and incorporate it into other things as you get it underhand. You know, you can take it all kinds of places. So, and eventually I will start talking about things like working the Mixolydian mode into these Dorian modes and blues scales, because it's actually the only thing that changes the Mixolydian scale mode here in this same position from the Dorian mode. The Dorian mode uses that minor third, major 6 flat 7, or natural 6 flat 7, and the Mixolydian mode is simply the same scale with the major third instead of the minor third. And of course, with the blues, you often can substitute this minor scale there with the major pentatonic scale. I'm sorry, minor pentatonic with a major pentatonic there. And so, you know, the blues often will use the minor and the major third. Another old favorite, old standby. Slide in from your 5th fret, G string, 6th fret, where you go on the minor note, minor third, to the major third. Then 5th, which is the 5th fret of the 5th of the chord, which is the A minor chord, which is the 5th fret of the B string, and the 6th, which is the 7th fret of the B string. Then your tonic. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'm going to post pretty soon. I'm going to post a short, like a minute, something that can fit on Instagram, where I'm going to demonstrate these 5 pentatonic scales, 5 pentatonic positions, rather, and the Dorian mode in their 5 positions. That's to come. Y'all be on the lookout. Appreciate it. Have a great day.